Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spiderman. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and today we had some interesting stories we wanted to talk about. One of them surrounding Gwenyth Paltrow, and another instance of her forgetting one of her co-stars. Now, this is an ongoing trend that has happened for a while now, and has been a talking point in the fan base for the MCU for quite some time now. Now, one thing that is interesting is just we've seen so many instances of Gwenyth Paltrow really just not knowing exactly what's going on. Now, of course, we have this clip of Gwenyth Paltrow on a show where she has no recollection of doing the movie Spider-Man, which was one of the films she appeared in, even though it was a short scene.
We weren't in Spider-Man.
Yes, we were.
Homecoming.
You were in Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah.
I was in Avengers.
No, you
Avengers.
were in Spider-Man also. It's
What?
become. Remember Spider-Man at the end, and Tom Holland's there, and you're gonna walk out and do a press conference. And I give you the ring.
Yes.
That was Spider-Man.
That was Spider-Man?
It's kind of led to several funny moments just where a lot of people have made memes talking about Gwenyth Paltrow not being able to remember anything, and honestly, she's gone on record saying she doesn't watch any of the movies of the MCU, so she really doesn't have a lot of familiarity with who necessarily everyone always is. Now, we've also seen Tom Holland talk in an interview where he mentioned that he had to reintroduce himself to Gwenyth Paltrow as she did not remember the fact that they had done a movie together and didn't know who he was.
I mean, I've only worked with Gwenyth one time on Spider-Man Homecoming, which she doesn't remember, which still to this day breaks my heart.
Super funny.
She came up and she asked me for a photo with me and Robert, and then I think she posted it and she said, Robert Downey Jr., myself, and this guy.
This just led to even more memes across the internet and some pretty funny jokes nonetheless. Now, Gwenyth Paltrow made light of her forgetfulness and made a post onto Instagram, kind of doubling down on the joke, of course, of not knowing who Tom Holland was, which of course made this big frenzy where a lot of people thought Gwenyth Paltrow was forgetting Tom Holland again, but honestly, it was pretty clearly a satire post when she made that post. Then there was the instance that also went viral when Gwenyth Paltrow was overheard asking who Sebastian Stan was to apparently Chris Pratt, who Chris Pratt was trying to explain that Sebastian Stan is the Winter Soldier, who she kind of just plays it off that she knew who that apparently was. However, we bet our money on this one. Gwenyth Paltrow probably still has no idea really who the Winter Soldier is. However, it was pretty funny because later on we saw Sebastian Stan post a picture that he was in mentioning that he reintroduced himself to Gwenyth Paltrow for the third time, and it is really funny just that when you're an actress who probably meets all these other actors and you don't see the movies that they're in, it's probably really easy to forget the names and faces to the people that you meet along the way. However, if we wanted to add even more to the list of times Gwenyth Paltrow has forgotten her co-stars that she's been in movies with, apparently at an event where a bunch of the Marvel cast was at, Gwenyth Paltrow had been asking a couple of people why Samuel L. Jackson was at the event, completely forgetting the fact that Samuel L. Jackson plays Nick Fury and has appeared alongside multiple movies that she also had co-starred in. Just a very interesting sequence considering they just were in Endgame together, and of course Nick Fury is in the first Iron Man movie along with other films in between. It just seems to be kind of one of those actors you shouldn't forget you're in a movie with. Now, while most of this is all in good fun, and Gwenyth Paltrow herself has even made a lot of jokes about her forgetfulness, she has recently said that her forgetfulness mostly stems from sometime around when she gave birth to her daughter Apple, and back when that happened, she's talked multiple times about how she used to have a really good memory. However, it's just not the best. Now, of course, in Gwenyth Paltrow's defense, her memory, honestly, for someone who doesn't watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe, probably isn't actually all that bad. There's a lot of names and faces in the MCU, and if you don't have a character or, you don't have any interaction with these actors other than maybe a 2-minute scene you quickly filmed years ago, there's probably a slim chance you'll actually have a full recollection of who they are, what their character is, what name they have, and what movie they starred in before. And of course, you might remember their character name, but not necessarily the actor who plays the character's name as well. But all in all, it has led to a lot of fun in the community, and it's interesting now knowing a little bit, at least, a reasoning and an acknowledgement from Gwyneth Paltrow as to what's been going on with some of these sequences and why it's kind of been this funny meme in the community for such a long time. Now, of course, there's always been the people in the community who take jokes way too far and have just perpetuated hate towards Gwyneth Paltrow for not knowing who some of these actors are, but for the most part, the community behind that supports MCU and just supports the actors in the MCU kind of get it and have just made it a fun meme. But what do you guys think about all of this? Do you guys feel like Gwyneth Paltrow should know who her co-stars are and should pay more attention to this? And now that she doesn't plan on returning to the MCU anytime soon, does it even matter now? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?